1 to 10. I'm just gonna go straight to 100. Welcome to Classic Firearms, guys. Kyle over here, and today we're going to talk about LPVOs, specifically affordable LPVOs, and also not so affordable, kind of high-end LPVOs. Now, let's talk about the affordable one first, which we have over here, Swampfox Tomahawk 1 to 4 power LPVO. Now, the price for this one, MSRP is around 250 bucks, but if you look around, you could probably find it around $250. Now, for $250, you've got a 1 to 4 power LPVO, which is so cool. And what I noticed, one of the first things I noticed was how clear the glass is. Because I didn't expect this clarity at this price point, which is really good, very clear. And I talked to Swampfox guys, they're like, you know what, your optic is as good as the glass you put in it. So they take pride in their glass and they put some premium stuff in here, which it does show. And I definitely agree with that. Let's talk about some of the specs. Now, the construction is very rugged metals. I think they told me aircraft grade aluminum, which is really cool. It's got a 30 millimeter tube. Turrets are just windage elevation, traditional adjustment. They're half MOA. And also the brightness setting is about 11. Let me show it to the camera right here. 11 brightness setting. Now, if you're, let's say, at 9 and you want to turn this thing off, you can obviously go to 0 and you're off, but you can also keep it in between 9 and 10 or 9 and 8. If you go in between, you kind of feel the clicks, but if you go in between, the brightness will go dim. Well, not dim, it'll turn off. That is about it. Now, Swampfox has lifetime warranty with this thing, and this is a second focal plane LPVO. Now, what is that is, when you zoom in, your reticle will stay exactly the same. It's not going to change at all. Your target will obviously get bigger. Your reticle will stay the same. That's second focal plane. Now, moving on to the high-end, kind of more expensive one, obviously, Vortex Razor HD Generation 3. Some of you, well, let me talk about the MSRP first, and then I'm going to talk about some of the specs on this one. MSRP is about $3,500. However, if you do look around, you can find this between $2,500 to $3,000. That's it. Obviously, a huge difference when it comes to price point, right? We got 250 bucks to 280. $2,500 to $3,500 optic over here. Significant difference. And this is a first focal plane optic, which first focal plane means when you zoom in, your reticle zooms in with you based on how much you're zooming in. So there's pros and cons to both of those. Now, some of you may know Vortex as the company that won the contract for the Army's NGSW program to be attached to 6 Hours XM7, which is what we know as 6 Spear. Chambered in 308, obviously the military is 6.8 by 51 millimeter. Now, that smart optic that, if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It's a super cool thing that kind of calculates the distance, windage, and all that stuff for you and tells you where to hit. Like, phenomenal thing. That's the company. This is that company, guys. So they make some really cool high-end stuff. And in this case, we've got this 1 to 10 power here, LPVO, 1 to 10 power, super smooth operation over here. A 34 millimeter tube, super rugged construction. Turrets are capped, low capped. Just twist this off, make your adjustment, and put this thing back on. Elevation, windage, and also brightness setting. And it is, you just pop this up, really nice positive click, and pop it in, and that is about it. And this is, as we talked about, first focal plane optic. First focal plane, guys, as I just explained it to you, it has more technology into it. So it's definitely going to cost you a lot more, because as you zoom in, the reticle zooms in with you. So it basically does the legwork for you. So you can you don't have to really change your holdovers. You can just make your shots a lot quicker and be more precise, as opposed to second focal plane. You really do have to, if you have a 10 power and you go to 7 power, you got to make those certain adjustments. So it's going to make things quicker, but there's pros and cons to both. In this case, obviously this is an MOA version. Vortex has MRAD version for this one as well. Now going to Swampfox, again, this is Tomahawk. Tomahawk has BDC, bullet drop compensation, a mil and MOA versions of this. Now, some of you may say, you know what? This is 1 to 4, 250 bucks, and this is Vortex 1 to 10 and costs about $3,500. That's not a fair comparison. Well, I'll tell you this, guys, we're gonna make it fair, I promise you. Just keep watching, because I got some more things to show you. Now, what I wanna do is, I don't wanna bore you with any more. Oh, there you go. There you go. My friend just gave me this. I was actually gonna show you this later. This is Vortex Arrowhead, not Vortex, I'm sorry, Swampfox Arrowhead 1 to 10 power. And this is how we're gonna make this fair. So 1 to 10 to 1 to 10. But initially, I wanted to show you this optic over here, LPVO, that is 250 bucks. I definitely want to compare this to this and see how that goes. You know, what do you think, Ryan? I want to take some shots, honestly. Let me put my ears on and just send some rounds downrange, see how that goes. I know we zeroed them originally, but let's check it out. So I'm gonna go to this 50 over here and see how that goes. All right, so boom. All right. Let's go to 100. All right, now I want to try the Vortex HD, well, Razor HD Generation 3. All right, let me go to, let me drop it. And let's go to 100 yards. Well, definitely, yeah, of course, Vortex is gonna be a lot better in this case because I got that 10 power and I was able to get close to, much closer to 100 yards. However, for just 250 bucks, and I've got this Tomahawk, I mean, this is, yeah, 4 power. If I honestly stabilize myself, for 250, I'd take this all day long. This is really good. Obviously, yes, it looked better. I could tell the glass, definitely a clearer glass with this one. Yeah, definitely a more clear glass. It's just more crisp. The reticle is really good, so this is definitely very good, but you expect that. $3,500, you expect that, but I'm utterly impressed with Tomahawk for 250 bucks. Now, what I wanna do is, I definitely wanna try the 10 power. So we're gonna cut this, I'm gonna attach this and quickly zero this, and then I'm gonna run this 1 to 10 Swampfox Arrowhead to Vortex Razor HD Generation 3, kind of make it more apples to apples almost. This is still a second focal plane to first focal plane, but still, I think it'll be apples to apples, so let's give it a try. All right, guys, so I went ahead and attached the Swampfox Arrowhead and zeroed it in. It's good to go. Now I want to fire some rounds with the 1 to 10, so we're gonna have apple to apple comparison over here. Let's start with the 50 yards. Now let's go to 100, full power, 10. Oh, mistake. All right, so this is nice and clear, man. It's definitely a lot different than the 1 to 4 power, so I definitely see the difference, but let me try this guy over here, see how I feel about this. 1 to 10. I'm just gonna go straight to 100. Now, if you guys are wondering what rifles these are Daniel Defense M4A1s. They're both the same exact gun. We wanted to make this as fair as possible, so apples to apples. Good to go, no questions asked, right? And for me, I think they're both very good. I understand the Vortex is definitely, the reticle is better. I like it better. The glass clarity is definitely better. But again, $3,500 MSRP. Yeah, you can find about around for $2,500, but still a super expensive optic. When it comes to Arrowhead, about $400. So you could just find this around $400. I mean, this is 1 to 10. Hey, Swampfox did a great job, period. I mean, Vortex is phenomenal, but Swampfox did a great job. However, I don't think this is enough. 100 yards is just not enough. We should take it way further. We should out to the rifle range and actually shoot this a few hundred yards out. All right, guys, we just got to the 100-yard range. I've got the rifles over here. Changed my clothes too, if you haven't noticed, because the range wasn't available that day, so we came another day. Anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and shoot these things. They're both sighted in at 100 yards. So I'm gonna fire a few rounds at 100 yards, which we kind of did over there, just to confirm they're sighted in pretty good. And then I'm gonna go all the way up to like 400 yards. This is a 500 yard, almost 500 yard range. So I'm gonna try to go like 400, even maybe try 500. Again, they're 1 to 10. See how that feels. See the glass clarity and see those reticles and stuff. See how that feels. Anyways, let's get to it. All right, guys, we're gonna have the Vortex Razor 1 to 10 by 24 HD. Let's see how this does. I'm gonna do a couple of 100 real quick just to see. All right. We're good. I'm gonna go to 400. Wow, that is far. All the way up to 10 power. Lift it up to number 4. Nice reticle. I really like it. It's, first focal plane is great. So. All right, I'm not sure where that went. All right, just a little bit high. Try to, all right. All right, I think that was a hit. Just low.
That one's about the size of mine.
All right, one more. I think that was a hit. Anyways, I really like the reticle. The first focal plane is great. Once I zoom in, nice bright lights. The light is really good. I mean, guys, again, this is between $2,500 to $3,500 LPVO. So it is definitely showing its high-endness. It's got a really nice clear glass. Construction is really good. I really like this. But let me try the Swampfox, see how that is. All right, this is a Swampfox Arrowhead, 1 to 10. Let's see a couple of shots on 100. I'll just hold it right here for a 100. All right. Easy. Okay, let's go to 400. No, that was a miss. Go up, a little bit up. I think I'm low. It's really hard to stabilize these rifles on these just magazines, just the tip of the magazine, so it is extremely hard. I should have a sandbag here, but all right, we're just comparing optics over here. And one of the things I could say right now, right off the gate, guys, the glass clarity, it definitely shows the difference. The Vortex definitely has a much clearer glass. But that doesn't mean Swampfox doesn't have a clear glass. It really is very clear, especially for the price point. It's really good. Very crisp. I would spend my money on this all day long. I'm not sure if I could spend $3,500 there, but the glass clarity is, yeah, you see the difference right away. And they got different reticles, of course. This is second focal plane, first focal plane, so it's going to be different. And of course, first focal plane is going to involve more technology, so it's going to cost more. Let me fire a few more rounds. All right. Yeah, I don't think I got any hits with this thing. I think I got a couple with the Razor HD, but I just need to find the right reticle for right hold for 400 meters with this thing. But overall, it's fantastic, guys. I really like them. Again, the price point, we're talking about something, I mean, not even close to the Vortex Razor when it comes to price point. So I would, I don't know, I'm gonna let you guys decide which one you would spend your money on. For me, yes, Razor HD, the much clearer glass, nice reticle, first focal plane, awesome construction, but is it $3,500 or $2,500 worth? I think I'd spend my money on the Swampfox because for what I need, it would get the job done, it would serve me very well, and I would save a lot of money, probably spend that to another optic for my other ARs. But you guys can be the judge of that. Overall, they're both phenomenal for the price point. Oh, this guy over here right now. Thanks for tuning in to another video over here. Hopefully it was helpful, and we'll see you guys on the next one.